Hello, this is wmpyr. I first need to apologize that I'm filming this from an extremely weird angle, so I really can't come out in here. But what I want to work on today is with the Karambit, and we're going to be working on some very fine details today. Okay, so first off, one of the ways to fight with a Karambit is knife boxing, which is probably one of the reasons why this knife is so popular. For a lot of people, martial arts techniques may seem just way too complex, but with knife boxing, it's simplified. The idea is just like its name. You're going to get the Karambit and you're just going to throw some punches and you box, right? So as you do that, it automatically goes into an easy stab. Why? Because of the curvature, the angle of the blade. So as you throw a punch, it already points the tip of the knife, the tip of the blade right into the target. So, very easy to understand, and it works very nicely, right? Now, the thing is, it's very important to train with cardboard like this to actually get some practice. However, it's also important to work with other materials, not just cardboard. So when you work with harder materials, so you can get a more realistic sense, because clothing, bone, flesh, it can be pretty tough to get through. So when you do that, and you go just think you're going to punch and it's going to result in an easy stab, that's not the case necessarily. So what happens is leverage occurs, and so when it's a little tough, the blade gets pushed back, and what that does, the leverage is now the ring area goes forward, meaning when you're holding it in your hand and the blade goes back, then the ring area, this area, digs into your hand, into your grip. It can compromise your grip. It could be rough on your hand and your finger. So we really don't want that. And to have a better grip, what I suggest you guys to do is to actually use the spine of the blade. And you can see that even with the spine of the blade, you can still stab. I am using the spine. It's just a small difference, but I can still stab no problem, okay? So when you start practicing it that way, you change the leverage. So the leverage is now, it's from here. It's not from the front over here. It's from the back. So this one, some Karambits are double-edged. This one is not. There is no blade over here on the spine side. Yet I am still able to puncture no problem, okay? So when you go to a harder object, like I get to practice with some tires, when I do that, when I use this method, it doesn't hurt my grip, because now the leverage or the mechanics is changed to where if any kind of force is put in, it just pushes the whole thing this way. So it'll just slide a little this way or this way in my hand. So the movement that occurs is not attacking my grip. It's not attacking my fingers. It'll just slide up and down on the palm a little bit. And so now with that kind of leverage, I can go all day. I can stab quite hard, even on some tough material, and it doesn't hurt my hand. So please try out that extra detail. I think it's a very important detail. And that's it for now. Thank you for viewing, and take care, folks.